Hello students, in this video we will understand the rebate available under section 87A for the resident individual both under default regime as well as under the optional regime. First we will try to cover the default regime. Under default regime, resident individual will be eligible to get a rebate under section 87A only if their total income is up to 7 lakh including all the incomes, and the amount of rebate would be actual tax liability before the cess or rupees 25,000, whichever is lower, guys. Means the maximum rebate available is 25,000. But here there is some concept of marginal relief also, that is for rebate availability. Even if the total income of the resident individual under default regime is more than 7 lakh but higher only by a marginal amount, then they are still eligible for a rebate. But how do we calculate it? We have to apply the steps. Step 1 is total income minus 7 lakhs. Then step 2 would be compute income tax liability on whatever income you have. Assume you have 7 lakh 20,000, you have to calculate tax on that applying the slab rates. Then if B is more than A, means we would have given a notation B and A. That is step 2. If it is more than step 1, then the rebate under section 87A will be B minus A, guys. B minus A. And you apply these steps only if the total income of the resident individual is more than 7 lakh but up to 7 lakh 22,220, guys. If it is more than 7 lakh 22,220, you need not apply these steps. It is understood that they are not eligible for rebate. This figure is not given in the law. It is a computed figure. So just have a thing in the mind and make sure that you will calculate rebate by applying these steps only if the total income is in between 7 lakh and 7 lakh 22,220 for the resident individual who is following the default regime. Now coming to, sir, what if the resident individual is following the optional regime? Do they also get the rebate? Yes, only if the total income is up to 5 lakh, guys. Then the amount of rebate would be actual tax liability before the cess or 12,500, whichever is less. Whichever is less. Okay, this is under the optional regime. Sir, under optional regime, is there any concept of marginal? No. If your income is 5 lakh 1,000 also or 5 lakh 100, you will not get the rebate under the optional regime. Now coming to some important notes applicable for both the rebates under default regime as well as under optional regime. The amount of rebate whatever you calculate will be before health and education cess, guys. Definitely surcharge will not be applicable in this case. So please make sure that when rebate is available, question also may not mention about it. You should be aware when you read the question, please check whether the total income is within the limit. If yes, you have to provide for the relief. Then rebate under section 87A is not available for the tax payable under section 112A. That is the long-term capital gain on the transfer of EFE. Equity shares, units of business trust, units of equity oriented fund, guys. So this is all about the rebate under section 87A.